Всем доброго времени суток, дорогие друзья, товарищи. С вами Дмитрий, YouTube канал ps5. Продолжаем проходить игрушку, так я и не запомню, Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 или Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, ну, не суть. Поиграли мы чуть-чуть в эту игру. Блин, в прошлом стриме почему-то она у меня зависла на квесте. Не знаю, поиграем. Сейчас у меня стоит в настройках игра на графику. Если будут еще какие-то глюки, зависы, то я переведу в производительность. Так, ну с вами играет в эту игрушку Дмитрий, YouTube канал ps5 РФ. Если вы до сих пор не подписаны на наш канал, самое время это сделать. Подпишись на наш канал, нажми на палец вверх, нажми на колокольчик. Для тебя это не сложно, для нас это очень важно. У тебя это займет всего лишь минутку, а для нас это реально очень важно. Ну что, наливай себе вкусненькое поесть, попить и погнали. Я вижу, что начинаем мы ни хрена не с того места, где мы закончили, а закончили мы, если вы помните, мы пробежали тут вот эту вот печаль. Вот, и как бы там была схватка у нас с гвардейцем, с которым мы упали в расщелину. Сейчас почему, вот после того глюка, что у нас был, нет, все нормально, да. Я думаю, мы закончили в том месте, где надо было от гвардейцев прятаться там. Ну вот оно и есть. Сейчас будет эта схватка с гвардейцем. Сейчас мне хватит одной птички. Ну, оно, видите, они даже удары не проходят. Меня гвардеец сразу валит. Ну, оно и хрен с ним. Сейчас наш тузик тут появится.
You know the trouble with an adventurous life, son? It can end before it gets started. I might teach you how to handle a sword, and then someone will shoot you with a crossbow as soon as you set foot outside the house.
Умные речи сейчас скажет отец ему. Будешь учиться на мечника, а тебя заебашит лучник. Ты будешь суперохеревшим профессионалом. Лучнику вообще как бы насрать на эту ситуацию, он тебя тупо ушатает.
Being a blacksmith might bring no glory, but it has its benefits. Like keeping your head on your shoulders. Pa. Come now. I was the one who raised you, but you know how things really are. Why dead? Not yet.
Игрушка, конечно, ну так по графике, по всему вообще, в принципе, мне с первого раза зашла. Про игрушку пишут много очень хороших отзывов. Единственное, конечно, да, на компьютере быстренько подсуетились, и от ИИ там уже есть русский перевод. Вот, но мы играем на плойке, у нас, к сожалению, русского языка нету, и навряд ли он будет, поэтому проходить мы будем, читая субтитры, не всегда
Once
успеваем.
you've chosen the path of adventure, you have to fight. You have to fight till the bitter end, with all the strength you can muster. You still have a long way to go till your work is done, Henry. So pull yourself together and wake up. It's not over yet.
Вот. Очень тяжело стримеру одновременно и читать, и общаться с подписчиками, поэтому как бы если будут задержки, если я буду там молчать где-то что-то, значит я читаю, значит я вникаю в игру. Ну, буду стараться уделить внимание и вам.
You dropped out of the sky like a shot down hawk. And that fellow landed with you. You broke your fall nicely, otherwise you'd have ended up the same as him.
На него упал, получается, уже блин, голый валяется.
Well, you won't be needing it. We can't be running naked
Он
through
его
the
уже
woods.
раздел.
And if you're capable of running at all.
Now, where's Mutt?
I've no idea. Just don't worry about your dog. He can look after himself. Right, we've got to disappear. Right, come on, I'll help you up.
По последним новостям, что я в Ютубе видел, конечно, меня очень сильно рассмешило, как и многих блогеров, Росгосстрах, или как она называется, компания эта, решила взяться за игры и решила запретить компьютерные игры в России, типа из-за того, что игры наших детей делают жестокими. Вот, типа дети из-за этого становятся жестокими. Раньше надо было думать, да и я не представляю, что это должна быть за игра, чтобы там жестокости никакой не было. Даже тот же самый Чип и Дейл или Черный плащ, они убивают противников. Делать игру что-то как-то по истории, да как ее не делать, все равно воевать надо будет. Можно сделать игру по истории, без всякой жесткости, но... Издавна взято, ну как, я не знаю, по игре. Ну, как вот без этого, без трупа, вот лежит женщина, да, ну умерла. Как ты сделаешь игру без жертв, без ничего? Как ты, ну, буду там типа проверять, соответствует ли эта история? Вы, дорогие мои, лучше бы книжки бы перепроверили. Сейчас что по математике, что по литературе, что по истории очень много переврано, много американцы, блядь, поизменили свой лад. По математике там вообще не каждый взрослый поймет, не то, что там 8-летний ребенок. Берутся, я не знаю, только за то, где можно нажиться. Вот, ну, чувствуется, вот лапу свою вот эту вот, блядь, везде засунуть, все никак не нажрутся.
Henry, focus.
I'll run away.
Henry, pull yourself together.
Kill them.
Please.
Пиздец, вот на глазах у девчонки парня завалили.
Nobody here. You're just imagining things.
Run. No.
Don't give into it.
Пиздец, девчонку четвером натыкали, это охуеть голова. Ну, это, конечно, чрезмерная жестокость, но люди должны знать, каким раньше была, какой была раньше жизнь, что сейчас вот сидят в приставочках, в телефончиках и на жизнь жалуются. Ну, той жизнью пожили мы. А про Роскомнадзор это там, да, он и сидят, мама, не горюй. Слышал, ну ладно, вышел закон, нельзя курить в людных местах, правда, блин, мешает. Ну,
Just like Father always wanted.
тупой закон, нельзя, чтобы от человека чесноком
No,
пахло.
we can't stop.
Издавна было, если человек болеет, ест чеснок и лук. Да, не всем нравится этот запах, но это глупо, это вообще, не знаю.
Henry, snap out of it. Stay with me. Henry, a light. Look.
I see it.
We've got to go.
I see the light.
Hold on. Hold on. We.
Pavlena, is it you?
Greetings, good wife. Fear not. We mean you no harm. My friend needs help. Please.
Right.
Молодец, не бросил
I'll
меня.
see what I can do for him. Let's have a look at you. It's all right.
Ты знахарка какая-то.
My parents. They're...
That was just a dream, Henry. We're in the woods. We were ambushed, but don't worry. We'll get you fixed up right as rain.
Now I've got you, whore sons.
Что это за орел? Блин, неужели ушатают друга моего?
Are you alive, lad?
Ух, нихера кровище. Ебать. Просто полчища.
I've come from Scallops. They burned it to the ground.
Slaughtered everyone.
Who? Who burned it to the ground?
Huge army. They attacked without warning.
Get
Ну
all
да,
the
там не
people inside
церемонились.
the gates. We have to prepare for the worst. Make all the necessary arrangements.
I am Sir Marquardt von Aulitz. I come in the name of Sigismund of Luxembourg, King of Hungary and Croatia.
Get up now. There's work to be done.
Mother?
I ate your ma, laddie. Oh, may all the saints be praised. I was afraid you'd never wake up again.
What? Where am I?
Where would you be? Here in my cabin, where you and that pal of yours burst in last night. Slowly, lad. Slowly.
Где приятель? Ушатали его? Да, пиздец ему походу.
What happened? What about Hans?
He's taken care of for now, but he was on the edge there for a bit. And so were you, lad, so calm yourself. Last night you were 1 foot in the grave already. You were lucky you happened to turn up here.
Well, I have to talk to Hans.
You won't get much out of him now. He's lost a lot of blood and he has a fever.
Много крови потерял. Что с ним случилось? Ты ему поможешь? Так, ты ему
But you'll
поможешь?
help him, won't you?
God willing. Well, I managed to pull you out of death's grip, so maybe I'll be blessed again. I'll go check on him as soon as I'm done with you. How are you feeling?
I've had worse. My shoulders stings a bit, but I'm all right otherwise.
You're brave. If you weren't, we wouldn't be speaking now. Ah, your shoulder is looking a lot better. I did my best, but I don't see good no more, especially at night. So I didn't do the best job. It just wouldn't stop bleeding. And now you've moved about, it started up again. Take this and bandage it up. Not much else we can do with it now.
Thanks. I reckon I can manage that. But I need to get a breath of fresh air to clear my head.
You slept through half of God's bright day, lad. So, if you feel up to it, go ahead. At least we'll see how steady you are on your feet. While you're at it, you can stop by the trough and wash all that nasty grime off of yourself. I found an old tunic. Put it on so you don't catch a chill. It gets cold here by the water. No doubt you'll be famished and need a bite to eat. There's some hot soup in the pot on the fire. If that ain't enough, I put some bread and cheese on the table outside for you. And you'll find some of our home-brewed liquor there, too, in case you need bucking up. Don't overdo it, though.
I won't. Thanks a lot. May God reward you 1,000-fold. What's your name, by the way?
Bushenna's my name.
I'm Henry.
I know. Hans told me. I'll go and check on him. When you're done with everything, come and see me and we'll figure out what to do next.
Так. Страшное падение. Без бритячки потерял на око. Так, вы истекаете кровью. Кровотечение постепенно.
Damn! This wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out. Damn! This wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
Блин.
I could go for something to eat now. Damn, this wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out. Damn, this wound is still bleeding. I better bandage it up quick before I bleed out.
Да как ее? Подожди, прежде чем повязку. Это я сейчас где? Все, да? Снимаем и накладываем повязку. Ну все, наверное, вот так, да? Тебе нужно кровотечения нет. Все. Выберите предмет для использования. Ну, я ложку хотел бы взять. Готовка. Не хочу я говорить, я поесть хочу. Ну, яблоко сожру. Ну, это этот хуево, видать. Так, что у него можно забрать? Я не знаю. Пока, наверное, будем все забирать. Толкан. Прикусим сейчас.
That's really good. Aye, true bliss is a full belly.
Так, ну поесть задание выполнили. Ладно, теперь что? К бабуле, наверное, идем, да? Да, верно, идем поговорить с ним.
There's a water trough in front of the hut. Have a wash there, so you're fit to face the world.
Так, у порога корыто с водой. Ополоснись как следует, чтоб не стыдно было людям показаться. А, ну да, она мне говорила, смой кровь. Все чистые, как попка у младенца.
Well, seems Bujana isn't some quack. She's got a damn good setup here.
Кровать стоит, поспать мне надо, походу. И как бы поспать не успеем.
I did what you asked.
And you didn't faint while doing it. I'm pleased, Henry. I had to pour a whole Lethean potion into you last night. That's what I call medicine. It can either put a dead man back on his feet or make sure he never gets up again. So consider yourself lucky.
I will. But what about Capon?
Well, he's less lucky. That brute really knocked him about before Hans beat the life out of him.
Ему повезло меньше, громила его изрядно изморила, прежде чем Непаньян из него дух вышиб. Так, я могу помочь?
Is there any way I can help? I owe it to Capon, and I want to do whatever I can.
You owe him, all right. I've got a bit of that Lethean potion left. It ought to work wonders on him, same as on you. But I can't just give it to him now. First, we have to deal with that fever. The best and fastest remedy for that is chamomile decoction. Luckily, it ain't too hard to brew, but we'll need some fresh sage for it. And, of course, chamomile. You ought to be able to manage that. You've got young legs and eyes, and I reckon a bit of a stroll would do you good.
All right. Tell me, what do the herbs look like?
Sage has a purple blossom, and chamomile has white petals with a yellow centre. At the back of the hut, there's a footpath leading up to the rocks. You go along there till you reach a sort of small meadow. You ought to find both of them there.
Great. I'll be back in a jiffy with a couple of handfuls.
All right. I'll be glad if you get back here soon. I don't feel right being here with that corpse in my yard. Seeing him lying there gives me chills. I can't think straight.
I understand. It makes me anxious too. Maybe I could manage to bury him somewhere. Or at least hide him somewhere further off in the woods.
The Lord be praised. I'd be truly glad of that. Do you feel up to it, laddie? You ain't in the best of shape. And digging a grave's a tough job, even for a healthy fella.
Not to
Не,
worry.
надо бабке помочь
I'll see what I
закопать.
can manage. It's on account of us that he's here anyway. I wouldn't want you to have any more trouble. And a bit of effort, even if it's a dirty job, is the least I owe you.
Well, if you think you can manage it, good. But don't overstrain yourself. And thanks.
Where should I put him?
Grab the spade by the dung pile and bury him by the creek. The soil will be softer there, so it should be easier. When you head out the gate, follow your nose. Find a good spot somewhere in the reeds and nettles. And when you're done with that, better have a wash, so's you don't have the stench of death on you.
True. I'll bear that in mind.
I'll sort out the rest with Ignatius, the gravedigger, when he comes by again, so's I don't have that wretch lying here till Judgment Day.
All right. I'll get to it.
Взять лопату. Лопата где-то возле навоза. Угу. А где я сам? А, вот лопата. Подобрать труп. Да. Как мне его подобрать? А, вот поднять тело. Секунду, ребят. Так. Обобрать, поднять тело. Или один. Отволочь труп к ручью. Мне бы самому с этим трупом тут не кончится. Бля, если дикая свинья может и загрызть меня напрочь.
Ah, shit. My shoulder. Oh, this bastard's hard work. I'll put him down somewhere for a while so I can start digging.
Так, ну я пока понимаю бросить тело. А, удерживать. И здесь будем копать. Нахер нам тогда этот могильщик, если мы сами все сделали. Так. Засыпать труп землей. Может его бросить сначала? Скоро мама уже приедет. Так. Вдруг мы спрятаны.
Видел, куда я заехал?
Угу.
Я с самого начала, кажется, там был. Я там увидел мазу, а хочу я летающий сюжет уже выдавали.
Да?
Да. Там где
Так, нам надо собрать ромашки.
А это возьмем туалет. А другие были синие, а светят по. А вторая, которая желтая, светает по. Виу.
Собрать шалфей, собрать ромашки. Моя постель. Это я вот так вот нелепо выгляжу, получается?
Да,
Наверное, да, ровно говорит.
да, может и нет.
Постой, а если я вот сюда пойду? Блин. В противоположную сторону получается. А это как-то ни хера непонятно, куда он движется вообще. А, прыгать умеет, но на другой клавиш. Ладно, за ромашками, я так понимаю, нам вот сюда. Подостал.
Damn, his shoulder still hurts like hell. Maybe now it'll tell me when it's gonna rain.
Так что ищем ромашки. Так вот, наверное, да? Это шалфей.
Purple flower, sage. There we go.
Блин, а сколько его надо, шалфея? Я ж тут могу на прополке, блин, все собрать. Так, ладно, вот и на ромашка.
That's it. Chamomile. Right, I've got all the herbs I need. So back to Bajena on the double. The sooner Hans gets that remedy, the better.
Ром, хватит. Несемся назад, бабки, получается.
What's that dog making such a fuss about? Could something have happened at Bajena's?
Будем пробовать с кем-то договориться.
Should have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out.
Постой, а где оружие? Сука, мудак. Где оружие, блядь? Постой, блядь. Да как? Оружие взял, как его? Его ж надо было амуницию амунировать. Треугольник, по-моему, я не помню.
Have some weapon at hand, in case there's any foul play.
Must be hiding here somewhere in the rocks. What do you know about it?
And who are you, fellas?
We're from Lord von Burger. We're looking for... those murderers. Asking the question. And when I say we're from Burgov, then we're from fucking Burgov. Tell me, how come... Hey, you! What do you want? Come here and tell me who you are, or I'll drum it out of you.
Так.
Did you fucking hear me? Tell me what you want here, or you'll see. Lord von Burgov sent us to find the renegades who ambushed some knights' company down by the pond yesterday. A couple of them fled and are hiding out here in the rocks. So tell me who you are and what you know about it.
I'm Henry of Skalitz. I'm accompanying Sir Hans Capon on a mission to deliver an important letter to Lord von Burgov. We were the ones who were ambushed yesterday by the pond. And Sir Hans isn't fit to travel now. Please report to Trotsky that we'll come as soon as we can. And have them send us horses and some clothing. And an escort will be good too.
Shit, how about that? I didn't expect you to fall for it so easily. We're not von Burgov's men, and we'll deal with him later. Like we did with you yesterday by the pond. But that's the least of your worries now. We'll take your Sir Hans with us. But we've no need of you. Farewell, Henry of Skalitz. Hey, this... What are you... Ah!
И тебя нахуй топором заебашу.
No, I'm done with this.
Иди сюда, мудила. И что, блядь, второго идти закапывать? Так, факел, окунь. Я не знаю просто, что надо забирать. Ключи от дверей с сундуками. Ну то ладно, подразделим. Бабка в дом ушла, мне интересно вот. Так. Блин, ну тут все херовое. И хер его знает, пока и такое подойдет. Ну, пока так. Наши бабки.
Did they hurt you?
Что там про моего пацана?
But I think they would have if you hadn't come along.
Sorry. I reckon it was one of those who followed us yesterday.
Look here. I almost got slaughtered twice in one day on account of you two. God be praised that my Pavlena wasn't here. Heaven knows what they'd have done to her. So, I'd like to know why all this is happening. Your friend was talking in a delirium in the night, saying you was knights. But if you two are knights, then I'm the Queen of Sheba.
Да чего бабка помогает, мне надо ей.
I must bow to your
Навряд ли она
ladyship.
стуканет на
Sir
меня.
Hans is the young lord of Leiper and Perkstein. I'm Henry of Skalitz, son of Sir Radzig Cobbler, and I'm his bodyguard. We were heading to Trotsky to deliver a message from Sir Hanish of Leiper and Margrave Jobst to Lord Bombergov. But we were ambushed by bandits yesterday down by the pond. And you already know the rest. And as God is my witness, we're no bandits. I swear to you, I'm thankful to you for saving us. And I'm sorry it caused you trouble.
Well, you sound sincere, so I'll take your word for it. I hope I won't live to regret it.
Наслаша, выбить из меня правду хотела.
I promise you.
Promises are made to be broken. But thank you for dealing with them. Except I have another corpse in my yard.
Don't worry. I reckon I've still got a bit of strength left. I ought to be able to manage it before evening.
I'd be eternally grateful to you. But be careful while you're at it. You don't want to open that wound or strain yourself.
What about Sir Hans? How's he doing?
He's holding up, I'd say. I treated his wounds and I'll change his bandages shortly. But what he needs most now is that remedy. Have you got everything for it?
Here. Chamomile and sage, like you said.
Excellent. Now to brew the potion from them. I gave you two the last of my supply during the night. But fresh is best anyways. It's a shame my daughter Pavlena ain't back yet. She'd get it done in a jiffy. But we'll just have to manage without her. But you can do it too. It ain't nothing hard. My eyes are so bad, it'd take me all day. But at least I can tell you how to go about it.
Так, я сделаю отвар. А сама ты не можешь. Блять, она же сказала, что нихуя не видит. Как она сама? У меня есть, да я хуй его знаю, я не умею.
I'm not sure how to do it.
I told you, I'll explain everything. I have a book here with the recipe, but it'll be better if I tell you. I know it by heart.
I can read as well as any man, if that's what you mean.
My word. Maybe you really are a noble son.
I'll take the book just in case, but if you give me some advice, I'd be grateful.
Of course. Everything we need is in the hut. Let's get to it.
Варка ставлю. Сварить цветное сало. Вы можете варить надобья на алхимическом столе. Алхимический стол.
Hans, can you hear me, friend? Christ. In the end, you bore the brunt for both of us. May all the saints watch over you. And over Bajana, too.
Вот это алхимический стол.
First, go to the recipe.
Книга рецептов. Книга рецептов находится справа. Нажимая ее листать. И что, блядь, я не вижу нихуя.
Now find the recipe for chamomile decoction.
Так, первое, второе, третье, четвертое. Ромашки. Так, ромашки один оборот. В этой Алфей. Хер его знает, сколько оборотов.
If you've read the recipe, get back to the bench.
Так, ромашки. Кидаем в кастрюлю. Один оборот песочных часов. Третий. Кидаем шалфей. И все.
All right. First, you have to pour the right base into the cauldron. Choose the right pitcher from the shelf on the left, according to the recipe.
Вино нахуй, масло нахуй. Спит в жопу. Вода. Хотя я что-то там не прочитал.
So, what did you pour in there?
Water.
Why water? You were supposed to pour in wine. Empty it out and start again.
А, все, бабка услышала. Вино, короче, надо было. Все, выплеснул. Очистить. Вином. Где-то в жопу, блин, не нашла у химика не ебаться. Теперь.
Don't worry, I poured wine in there. I don't make the same mistake twice.
Glad to hear it. Now try moving the cauldron over the flame, so you know how it looks when it starts boiling a bit. Hear that bubbling?
Автоматика.
It's boiling. Remember that well. For most potions, you just have to simmer the herbs for a bit. But sometimes you need to get it good and hot. So you have to get the fire blazing under the cauldron using the bellows. Try fanning it with the bellows to get it boiling. It's boiling. To keep it going, you mustn't stop with the bellows. If you want to cool it down quick, take it off the flames. Try it. Move the cauldron up. Good. Now we'll start with the brewing. Get all the herbs that you need ready. The ones
Так,
you picked,
первая ромашка.
put them there on the shelf, so you've got them at hand.
Ну, я выбрал ромашку.
Maybe I ain't seeing right, but don't you have only one bag there? Something's missing. What are you waiting for? Pull the herbs out. Have you really got everything ready? I only see one bag and you need two. All right, let's get to it. First, throw 2 handfuls of chamomile into the cauldron.
Сюда. Куда? Как ромашку брать? Так, возьми пригоршню ромашки из мешочка. Нажав X, брось ее в котел.
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Котел. Чугунок вижу. Какой еще нахуй котел? А, вот. Взять пригоршню ромашки и ебануть ее в котел.
Have you dropped the chamomile in?
Ну. Одну горсть я и кинул. А где часы песочные? Ну вот часы песочные.
What are you waiting for? Throw in that chamomile.
Да я бросил ромашку.
Before you put it on the flame, turn the sand glass so you know how long you're brewing it. It's got to be exact. Every grain of sand counts. See?
Не пойму,
When the
почему две?
sand has flowed out, that's one turn.
А,
That's how long you have to boil the chamomile.
а
Move
две
the
ромашки и
cauldron to the
одну
fire
этого.
and wait until it starts bubbling. Then turn the sand glass. As soon as the sand runs out, take the cauldron off the fire again. Ain't that enough? Take the cauldron off the flames.
Блин, нашли алхимика тоже.
All right. Now, take one handful of sage, grind it with a mortar and pestle, and drop it in the cauldron.
Возьмите больше мешочки, возьмите их, чтобы высыпать ее ступы сюда. Стал лучше. По приколу так из меня химика сделали.
Good. Now, drop it in the cauldron. You don't have to boil it anymore. All you have to do now is decant it. Get a file and pour it in.
Флакон. С полки так. Блядь, не горшки. Так, что вы возьмите флакон с полки слева и выберите котелок, удерживая X. Я не вижу слева флакона, я вижу тут бутыли здоровенные, блядь. Вот он. Нихуя себе флакон. А, удерживайте.
Now, let's see what you've brewed.
Ты приготовил снадобье от ромашки. Все, свободен. Отойти от стола. Княженцу предусмотрительно прихватил с собой.
Oh, by the smell of it, it's a chamomile decoction the way it should be.
Happy to help.
This should help Hans get better. I'll take care of it now.
All right. Is there anything else I can do to help?
Well, if you feel up to it, I'd be right grateful to you if you was to rid me of that damn corpse what's lying there the whole time.
Sure. I'll do the best I can.
When you're done with that, go get some sleep. You won't miss anything, and you need the rest after everything that happened.
I'm feeling a bit peckish.
Так, густо. Так, в кровати поспать. Кровать у нас наверху, насколько я помню. Заснуть и сохранить. А, бля, это не моя кровать. Как, я же забрал ключ у этого клинера. В общем, это не моя. Я где-то... Вот она моя. Нихуя себе, на этом спать. Я ёб. Так, выбираем, докуда будем спать. Мы, короче... Значит, спим до 5. Ребята, скачу буквально на минутку. Так, я вернулся.
If I'd have had it like back in Nicopolis, things would have worked out differently.
Where's my fucking sword?
And I found it. Everything I take now will be mine. And I plan to take everything.
Rotted hell!
Oh.
Why would I miss one sword?
Because it's the last one my father forged, and I promised him I'd deliver it to you.
Stronger dog fucks the bitches. And war is a nasty business.
Where's my fucking sword?
You know what? I think I'll keep it. As a memento.
This isn't over. I'll find you!
Yeah!
Don't disappoint me.
Wake up, Henry. It's past sunrise.
Чем такие сны снятся, лучше спать не ложиться. Так, дорогие друзья, если вы не подписаны еще на наш канал, самое время это сделать, пока идет катсцена, у вас есть свободное время. Прожимайте на палец вверх, прожимайте на колокольчик, чтобы быть в курсе о предстоящих стримчиках. Ну и, конечно же, нажимайте на подписочку, поддержку каналу, поддержку стримерам, поддержку того, что я делаю для вас.
Bad dreams. You must be Pavlena, right?
That's right. I came in the evening while you were asleep. Ma told me what happened to you. Then I helped Ma take care of your friend that night?
Oh, Hans? He's alive. How is he?
Have no fear. He's alive, all right. Maybe too alive. Ma knows what she's doing, and that's the truth. I reckon she could bring the dead back to life. She said she dosed you with the strongest remedies she knows, and it looks like they did the trick. On that other fella for sure. Since he came to this morning, he hasn't stopped talking.
Yeah, that sounds like him, all right.
And what about you? How do you feel?
Definitely better than yesterday. Thanks.
That's good. Ma will be glad, but I heard you yelling in your sleep and went to check on you. Bad dreams?
I dreamt of Istvan Toth, a villainous, murderous whoreson who stole my sword. The last memento I had of my father, and I swore to get that sword back and avenge my parents.
Oh, that oath must be serious if it even torments you in your sleep. Dreams shouldn't be taken lightly. They can have real meaning, however hard they are to understand. What strikes you as the most important part of your dream?
Мне самым существенным показалось.
The sword. The last thing Pa forged before they murdered him. It might sound strange, but I feel his soul won't find peace until that sword is back in our family.
It doesn't sound strange at all, and swords are a symbol of kings. It could mean power and responsibility, or war and ruin. After all, a sword has two edges, and it depends who's wielding it.
Сам знаешь, у меча два острия, и все зависит от того, в чьих он руках. Спасибо, я о том подумаю. Плевать мне на бабушкины сказки. Да нет, не будем их рубить. Спасибо.
I never thought of looking at it like that. It's a lot to think about.
You're welcome. But remember, it's only my reading. The only one who can really understand you is you yourself.
I expect you're right. So in the end, all the hard work will be on me. But this is all too much heavy thinking at once. Right now, what I need more is a little sunshine and fresh air.
Aye, that's the best remedy for many ailments. And a full stomach will help too. Breakfast is on the table, and I've got something else for you too. Come along, and we must save Ma from the clutches of his lordship.
When's the last time I ate something?
Так, очки умений. Присоединяйте за завтраком. Очки умений. Повышай уровень ядра.
Oh, so hungry I could eat a horse.
Голодный. Да пошли, блин.
Look who's finally up! Good morning, Henry.
Доброе утро, Индра.
No idea how glad I am to see you. Come join our banquet in the midst of these exquisite woods.
I'm glad to see you too.
Блин, ну как-то не видно его радости.
All the more cause for merrymaking. Even this water now tastes like the finest wine.
Of course. I did bring it all the way from the spring.
And for that, I am in your debt, fair maid. And I'm grateful to you too, Henry. Bojena told me what happened here yesterday. That's the third time you've saved my life. I suppose I'll have to give you some estate or something.
The third time? What in God's name happened the first two times?
Now, Henry, don't make her beg. Tell this good maiden of your heroic deeds.
Ну, Индра не заставляет даму просить. Поведай доброй девице своих подвигах. Пана Яна.
Once, when we were out hunting, Hans was taken captive by humans. But with a bit of luck, I managed to rescue him.
Humans?
They come from somewhere in Hungary. Sigismund brought them here to Bohemia as mercenaries. They're a very dangerous bunch.
I told you about them, though. The fellas in the tavern in Zheleov were saying there's some foreigners like that camping in the rocks down by the pond.
What?
It's just what I heard.
Whoa, that's all we need. I hope they don't turn up here. What could us two do alone against them?
What could they want from us? But if they did come here to rob us, I'd shoot enough arrows into them to make them think twice. But the thing I want to know is, how did it end up with young Sir Hans?
Well, as I said, they took him captive. I rescued him.
Why the modesty? You got them. Maybe a stroke of luck, but as we know, al dentes.
Fortuna juvat.
See now, you've finally learned it.
What?
It's just this kind of motto of ours. Fortune favours the bold.
Maybe they're really telling the truth about who they are. Who but a lord or a priest could know Latin? And priests they ain't. I can tell.
And as I recall, you already got a pony from Uncle Hanush as a reward for saving me. Your pebbles. So I'll save myself a few groschen.
But you never gave me anything for Talmberg.
For Talmberg? What was that about then?
Hans was badly wounded during a night raid on Talmberg Castle, and I had to carry him out of the battle on my back, so he wouldn't fall into enemy hands.
Gracious! Raiding a castle? That must be pretty wild, eh?
Indeed it was! Arrows
Ну,
raining
кстати, тоже в долгу не
down,
остался. Он меня тоже спас.
hordes of foes mercilessly charging at us from all sides.
Секунду, ребят.
Truly indebted to Henry for getting me out of that fix.
But I reckon you paid off part of your debt the other day, sir.
Так, отвлекли меня чуть-чуть. Так, что у нас тут за вопрос? Ну, так выходит, что часть долга нет, вчера отдал. Ну, я же говорю, что парнишка меня тоже спас.
Yeah, true.
Послушай,
I'll never forget you for dragging me all the way here from the lake.
You're quite welcome. The Lords of Lipa do not leave their friends in the lurch.
Do tell. What else did the two of you encounter?
Quite a lot of things. But I'm afraid we don't have much time for storytelling right now. We came here on an important mission, and we cannot afford to dally any longer. We have to get to Trotsky as soon as we can. How far is it from here?
Not far. Once you climb the hill above Gelioth, you'll see the castle.
All right. I think we should get on our way as soon as possible.
I'll prepare a bit of food for you, for your journey.
Oh, Bozhena, I don't know how to thank you for all this.
Ah, but I do. Once we've settled our business with von Bergov, I shall reward you as befits a knight. You have my word of honor.
Now you've got me curious. I never got a knight's word before.
For a start, you can leave me that axe and spade. We can't manage without them.
Yes, of course. And thanks for everything you've done, Bozhena.
I have something for you, Henry. Ma had trouble because of you, but I know you didn't do it on purpose, and you protected her when she needed it. I want to thank you for that. Take this potion. It will help when you're in danger or don't know which way to turn. Have a little sip each time, and it'll save you a lot of trouble. You'll see. It's not all that hard to brew. With a bit of practice, you could manage it yourself.
Thanks, Pavlena. This'll come in handy.
No doubt. But we'd better get going now.
Hans is right. We're very glad we met you. And we're obliged to you for your help and hospitality. God bless you.
And you too, sirs.
I should eat
As
something.
Henry says, may God bless you for your generosity and your good hearts. And you have rightfully earned the gratitude of the... Nothing against the hospitality of the good women folk here, but I want to get to Trotsky Castle right away.
Ничего не имею против. Добрый вечер. Замок Троцкий, а как же остальные наши люди?
What
Ну,
about
за
Muff?
Барбоса не
He's
нужно.
bound to be looking for us, and we can't just abandon him.
Henry, I like your dog, but that's not our priority right now.
He saved my skin.
So did I. First Trotsky, von Bergov and the mission, then we can look for your dog.
All right. But the moment things are sorted out, I'll go looking for him.
I'd expect no less of you. So, should we get going?
What about the rest of our company? Could someone else have got away?
You saw for yourself. They didn't stand a chance. But you're right, we shouldn't just leave it at that. As soon as we get to Trotsky, I'll make sure they get a proper Christian burial and their souls find peace.
And when we get back to Ratai, we'll have a mass served for them.
You're right. They were damned good lads. I've known Oates since childhood. Damn it.
Hold on a bit. Before we hit the road, there's something you should know. I have a hunch that one of that band that ambushed us at the pond was Istvan Toth.
Toth? Are you yanking my pizzle? He's long since over the hills and far away.
You don't believe me?
It's not that I don't believe you, it just doesn't make any sense that he'd be here.
No, I'm not. I'd never mistake him for anyone else.
Of course, Henry. I know you have accounts to settle with him, but that's nonsense. Toth is in Sigismund's service and is harassing his opponents. And Otto von Bergov is one of Sigismund's allies. So Toth's hardly going to attack his people. It was dark. God knows what you saw.
I saw him, the bastard, and I'll get him.
Yes. We'll surely get him one day. I promise you. And your sword, too. But I don't think either of them are around here. You're still my protector, though. So you need a weapon right away. Here you go. You never know.
Thanks. I hope I won't need it.
Well, as do I. But better to have it than nothing. Come on, let's get going. Your mind will turn to better things along the way.
Вот о чем я говорил, ребят, когда нет русской озвучки, русская локализация это хорошо, конечно. Грех жаловаться по нашим временам. Спасибо, что хоть локалку сделали, что почитать можно. Но этой игре русскую озвучку игра вообще была бы просто топчик, хотя ее сейчас все записывают в топ. Я еще не успел разыграться, в основном читаем, доварим зелье. Вот сегодня мы больше часа, наверное, уже у нас стрим идет. Как бы только титры пошли, а это второй стрим. Первый у нас был 2 часа, по-моему, 1,5. Ну, там игра слетела, ладно. Вот второй стрим это 2 часа, и у нас только вступительные титры пошли. По графике, по оформлению, по сюжету игра пока очень нравится. Очень такая механика, конечно, блин, тут, я так понимаю, придется много варить вот этих снадобий, мыться, бриться, расчесываться, есть, спать. Тут все поставлено на это. Тут не поставлено, что ты будешь херачиться и херачиться. Ну, я так думаю. Ребят, просто неблагодарное дело смотреть стримы других игроков. Вот по таким играм, ладно, там какая-нибудь игра, где там что-то загадки, какие-то где-то что-то, да? Ну, тут в этой игре больше реплик, и как бы, что и смотреть чужой стрим, это всего не перемотаешь ничего часами. Нет, тут уж увольтем. Будем пробовать разбираться сами, если что, интернет нам в помощь. Ну, игрушку будем пробовать пройти полностью, потому что, как бы, блин, ну прикольно окунуться в историю, узнать что-то новое. Мне нравятся такие игры, где можно там что-то поучительное такое узнать. А это, мне кажется, как раз такая игра. Причем, вот смотрите, персонажи тут такие насыщенные, сытые, красивые. Блин, это не Call of Duty с квадратными лицами. Тут реально, блин, заступница своей хозяйки. И хуй толку, что он свистнул, собака назад не побежала. Просто вот интересно, ну вот, играя в эту игру, слушая эту музыку, как бы пропитываюсь этой атмосферой, вот этим вот, блин, красиво все. Поля, вот эти животные везде. Люди там занимаются своими делами.
I mean, that old crone got me on my feet. But I don't believe much in herbal remedies. You can't beat an educated man of medicine.
And I can't wait to sleep in a proper bed.
And some wine!
Oh, fucking hell.
Oh, it's closed. Open up! I bear an urgent message for your liege lord. Hear me! Open the gate! I am a messenger from Sir Hanush of Lipa.
Сверху уебет нас с арбалета или с лука. Ну, я сказал, ну, не с арбалета, говном ебану.
You fucking cunts! Do you know who I am? No, we fucking don't.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, heir to Ratai.
Now, look here, you filthy beggar! I'm not here for your amusement, so get your stinking, ragged asses out of here on the double. The pair of you!
What's all this about? Why don't you send those beggars packing?
I did, sir. They say they're messengers.
I am Sir Hans Capon of Perkstein, envoy.
I heard. Nevertheless, I doubt Sir Hanush would send two vagabonds covered in excrement as emissaries. Apart from which, Sir Hans Capon is dead. We found his body by the pond. His company was ambushed by outlaws, and they were slaughtered to the last man.
Yes, they ambushed us, but we managed to get away.
Sir, we met your Captain Thomas on our way. He can testify to who we are. He saw our message and its seal.
How terribly unfortunate you are. The captain's company was also ambushed by outlaws. The captain barely escaped with his life and has been delirious for 3 days. And even if he did confirm your story, I am under strict orders to admit no strangers to the castle.
Sir, there's a horseman approaching in King Sigismund's colours.
Ah, now that's what a messenger looks like. Count yourselves lucky that I don't have time to waste on you. Be gone!
I'm getting in, whether you like it or not.
Your shitty hands off me!
Look, wait, one moment!
Короче, видели нас какие-то как... Ну, правда, выглядим как какие-то рабы, я херов знает.
What
Это духовнее.
the fuck was that?
А ты думал, все сейчас склонятся перед тобой?
So now what?
There's only one thing we can do.
Пошли собаку искать.
Have you two got any groschen?
What do you take me for, wench?
For someone who stinks like a badger.
Look, we've had a tough couple of days, so we'd like a bit of peace and quiet, a beer, and a bite to eat.
Unless you want to share a bowl of gruel, you're going to need more coin than this.
Just bring the best you have, and we'll settle later.
As the gentleman wishes.
Well, she's not far off. We look like a couple of beggars, and we stink even worse.
What the fuck was all that at the gate? You try to talk to them and get shit poured on your head.
Well, different lands, different customs.
God's holy britches.
Well, I expect they've had trouble with beggars at the castle, so they act without thinking.
Oh, really? Well, I'd never have figured that out. I'd rather hear some cunning plan how to get out of this shit. Huh?
Так, я бы лучше послушал умницы, как из этого дерьма выбраться. Сначала надо наполоснуться и переодеться. Наш долг вернуть письмо. Мы же всегда можем вернуться. Так, ну,
First thing we have to do is get ourselves into decent shape. Have a good scrub, get some better clothes. Then they might believe we're actually messengers.
That's all very well, except we can't even pay our bill here. Never mind a visit to the baths and the tailor.
So we'll earn some.
Earn?
I'm not afraid of work. And we're gonna need every groschen we can get.
And how long will it take for you to earn a few groschen? And where will you find a decent tailor? Before we get ourselves sorted out, Sigismund will be sitting on the throne in Prague.
So what do you suggest? Going back to Ratai?
To Ratai? You just don't get it, do you? We can't go crawling back like this. We'd be a laughing stock.
Ты прав.
I'm sure Sir Hanush would understand.
He might, but he'd never let me forget it. I can guarantee you that. We've got no message, no coin, nothing but our ragged arses.
Chin up. We'll sort it out somehow, and everything will be fine again.
Nothing will be fine, my friend. I'll tell you 4 reasons why. Oates, Tankard, Conrad, and Nicholas, instead of sitting here with us, having a chat and a laugh, they're just food for crows in some godforsaken hole.
Вместо того, чтобы с нами игрушки опрокидывать и рожать, они в какой-то дыре ворон кормят. Так.
We'll go back and bury them as soon as we can.
Yeah, as soon as possible. They were good Christians, even though it didn't always seem that way.
We'll keep the promise we made at Pagenis. The best way to honor their memory is to finish our mission. We'll get inside the castle. You'll see. We'll avenge our lads and go back to Ratai with our heads held high. I promise you that.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Audentes fortuna juvat.
Food. About bloody time.
Here we are.
Бля, бабка и плюнуть не могла.
What is this stuff?
Hey, there's meat in that. And there's more than you gave me coin for. When you're finished, report for work.
Cheers.
Хорошо.
What is it? It's that woman from the pond. Or the one you gave us away for?
If I bear that witch. Wench!
What I tell you? What are you waiting for? She can vouch for who we are. Go to her.
God be with you. A full pitcher of wine, please.
My word. That's a picture and a half. I ain't seen you here before. Who sent you? Not them nomad vagabonds, I hope.
Don't worry. I've come from the castle. I'm Catherine, and I've got the lovely job of keeping the soldiers' throats wet.
Ah, that's another matter then. Oh my. Ugh. Can you smell that too?
Oof. It stinks like something died here.
Так, молчать.
Sorry to interrupt.
Jesus, fella. That's a bit much.
Hey, youngster.
If you want to go around mixing with my guests here, go and wash the stench off yourself at the trough first. Stinking up my establishment.
Is anyone you know going
I
to the
heard
wedding?
some talk
Nobody
about the
invited me.
Так, пойдем помоемся.
What was that? That was wounded.
Poor Captain Thomas might never get back on his feet. Him and his men were attacked by bandits.
А мы так поговорить с девицей, что была у пруда. Это, короче, та девица.
Aha! So that's why they sent you for the wine. Wait a moment then. I'll be right back.
Sorry to bother you, but I've seen you before.
Oh, hey?
За которую я вступился там у пруда.
Hold on. Are you the boy that cleans the pit under the castle shitting hole?
I'm no latrine cleaner.
Oh, sorry. It's just that you smell like one. And where am I supposed to know you from?
Ну, пруда виделись.
We saw each other by that pond.
What pond? I haven't been at any pond.
Yes, you were. You were attacked there by some bandits. You, some other women, and us too.
I have no idea what you're on about. I work at the castle, and I wasn't at any pond.
You know very well what I'm talking about. I saved your life.
Are you drunk? Get out of my sight!
Here's your wine. Is this vagabond bothering you?
I can handle the likes of him myself. Thanks for the wine. Bye.
Look, please. I don't know what's up with you, but I know you were there. I need your help. You owe me that much. But we need to get to von Berghoff, and you're the only one who can confirm who we are.
Прикольно.
You can't get into the castle. And even if you could, that was the King's messenger. Von Berghoff is getting ready to ride out.
Shit.
If you want to speak to him, the best place would be Samin's wedding. He'll be there. For sure.
No, wait.
And don't ever lay your hands on me again!
Классно, конечно.
What are you
Right,
gaping
Lumsden.
at? Have you nothing better to do?
Why are you standing here like a pillar of salt? Are you ready?
What for?
To get to work. You pair ordered a lot more than you paid for, so you work your debt off, like I said.
All right. What do you want us to do?
Over there by the gate, there's a cart with sacks of flour from the mill. My old man was meant to take them into the house, but as soon as he got a sniff of work, he vanished into thin air. The second door in there leads to the pantry. That's why I need you to haul the sacks. You have to lay each sack on the planks, so they don't touch the damp floor and go moldy. If you just chuck it on the floor in the corner, it'll spoil. So do it properly. 2 men can finish the work in a jiffy, and then we'll be quits.
Ну ладно, сделаем.
All right, we'll do it. Carrying a few sacks won't kill us. For sure, it's less daunting work than fighting bandits in the woods.
Aye, it's terrible about them bandits. We never had nothing like that here before. Like it or not, you can't pay what you owe me, so I'm putting you to work. Is that clear?
All right, we'll do it.
Glad to hear it. I can see you ain't stuck up like your mate. Where are you actually from, if you don't mind me asking?
From far away.
I ain't been further than the back off me whole life, but I know this place inside and out.
I heard some talk about some wedding being planned here.
Ah, nobody's talking about nothing else. Young Lord Samin is marrying Agnes, the daughter of Thrush, our Truscovitz bailiff. And it's going to be a grand affair. When rich folks get married, that's a feast that's a lot different from when some tanner gets hitched to a bathhouse wench.
Where's the wedding going to be?
At Samin, of course. I expect old Sir Jan and our bailiff will try to outdo each other in showing off their wealth.
Who is this Samin?
Can't you tell by the name? The Lord of Samin. The fort and the village belong to him. Old Jan Samin is the head of the family, and his son's called Olda, and it's him who's getting itched. There used to be a rich family. Their glory's faded a bit, but they still have some clout.
Will Lord von Berghoff be at the wedding?
How should I know what his lordship's plans are? But most likely he will be. Samin is his vassal.
Could I get to the wedding somehow?
I don't know about that, lad. It's for invited guests only.
It seems that's really our only chance.
What's that?
Oh, nothing.
If you want to find out more, there's a couple of invited guests having an ale over there. Young Svaja there. He's the bride's brother. He can be a bit of a pain, but he's a good lad at heart.
What's life like here?
Better now that you and your pal have finally had a wash. Truth to tell, it used to be better. The war might be far away, but more and more young lads are going away to fight. But then there's a shortage of folk to do the work around here, and that's a big problem.
I'm sorry.
Well, can't be helped. Let's hope things get better.
Where can I find work around these parts?
First, you gotta carry them sacks for me, so don't bother looking anywhere else yet. But otherwise, you can find work anywhere. You just need to keep your eyes open and not be afraid to ask. Try Radovan the smith for one. He's a bit odd, but he'll pay decently for a helping hand. Come to mention it, he's sat just round the corner there, if you want to ask him about it. And that fella next to him is Miller Crazel. He needs helpers now and then, but watch out for him. You know what they say about Millers.
I've heard things all right.
Well then, be careful.
Is that all you know about the wedding?
What else is there to know? I'm just looking forward to being a guest and having someone serve me for a change.
Is this the only tavern here?
In Truscovitz it is.
You must be doing pretty well then, eh?
I'd be doing a lot better if everyone paid their bills.
Where do you want the sacks moved to?
To the pantry. That's the second door inside there. But I'd split the work with your pal if I was you, so you don't do yourself a mischief. It's his debt too, ain't it?
Where's the pantry?
Second door inside the tavern. You can't miss it.
I'll go and discuss it with my friend then.
And careful with them sacks. I don't want you ripping them or anything like that. Here it comes.
Так, книжки где? Тут в корите где-то должны. Так, надо этого убрать звать. А то он
Talk to that woman from the pond.
I noticed. It didn't look like she was too pleased to see you, though.
The main thing is, she denied ever being at the pond.
It's definitely her, though. You don't forget a figure like hers.
I got the feeling she didn't want to talk about it for some reason. I did get something out of her, though.
What? Don't keep me in suspense.
Von Bergov is about to leave the castle.
Sacre! If he pledges to Sigismund before we can get to him, everything's fucked.
Calm down. Let me finish. There's also going to be a big wedding in the region. Young Lord Semin, a nobleman, is marrying the local bailiff's daughter. It's the talk of the region. It's invitation only, of course. But maybe we could wangle our way in somehow.
Why should some wedding in a shithole near Trotsky be of any interest to us?
Because it looks like von Bergov will be there.
Oh, that's fantastic news, Henry. So all we have to do is get on the guest list. And that shouldn't be a problem because you've got a cunning plan, right?
Нет, я еще подумаю.
I'll come up with something.
I hope so. You can't expect me to do the thinking for both of us all the time. We'll ask the locals and see.
There's something else we have to sort out first. I spoke to the innkeeper.
I noticed that too.
We can work off our debt. All we have to do is carry a few sacks of flour from that cart to the pantry. If we both do it, we'll be finished in no time.
Lug sacks? Are you yanking my noble pizzle?
I'm serious.
I can't work. I'm a noble. What if someone saw me?
Do you have any idea what you look like?
Well, all right. I may not look much like a noble, but my blood's still blue. People will remember my face, and when everything's cleared up, word will get around that I lugged sacks here like some beggar, as if the disgrace at the gate wasn't enough. Ugh!
You know, sir, not everyone is born with a silver spoon in their mouth. Ordinary people have to work their whole lives. So you should be able to manage it too, at least for one day.
Henry, haven't you ever heard of the 3 states of man?
Would that be some aristocratic excuse?
Not so fast. It's God's law. Oratoris, the priests who pray for us. Laboratoris, the plebs who shovel shit and pay taxes. And Bellatoris, the warriors who protect the ones on their knees or in the fields. Now, which am I? So if you find me a sword, I can get to work. But wield a pitchfork or carry sacks? That's against God and nature.
Yes, sir.
So, which do I belong to?
Good question. Before I'd have said you were a peasant, but it turned out that you're a noble's bastard. And you're pretty handy with a sword. And you've even been in a monastery.
I'd rather forget about that.
You're a bit of everything. But if you get your hands dirty with labour, it wouldn't be such an offence against divine order as in my case. Pure blood, noble status and that. In short, be so kind as to get to work. I promise I'll make it up to you.
Are you really not going to help me? It's just a couple of sacks.
Come now, Henry. What did I tell you about Bella Torres and the natural order of the world? I simply cannot carry sacks.
They say clothes maketh the man, and you don't look much like a noble right now. So, I don't think the natural order will collapse if you get your hands dirty.
What do you know about a nobleman's honour? It's not long since I had to drag one sack through the night, and if I hadn't, that sack wouldn't be here now. So I think I've done my fair share. I mean it, Henry. Stop trying to push me.
Suit yourself, then. So, you simply aren't going to work?
Come now, Henry. You can manage those few sacks by yourself.
Мудак. Одним
I'll get to
словом.
work. Alone.
Well, if it makes you feel better, I'll scratch your back later.
How? Well, giving me a large estate?
That too, of course. Maybe 2 estates. But above all, once we're out of the worst, I'll help you find your dog. As soon as we have at least some gear, we'll head into the forest and find Mutt in a trice. Although, if you think about the 3 states of man, looking for lost dogs is more like a huntsman's work. But let's pay no mind to that.
How generous of you, Lord Capon.
I know, my dear Henry. Such is my nature.
Where is that bloody innkeeper?
Oof! That isn't half heavy. Oh.
Sister-in-laws, look out and be a better.
А где вход в эту корчму ее? Нет. Вторая дверь, она сказала. Блять. Ну их по-любому снизу где-то мешки складывать надо. Только где снизу? А, вот здесь. Угу. Свет включить сюда нельзя никак, да? Ладно. Что я заплутал. Так, ладно. Ты заплутал, так и распутаюсь. 5 мешков мне, короче, надо. Два есть. Стопудово на последнем какой-то косяк будет. Либо я его уроню, и там под доски все это просыпется. Если бы тут бы урод бы не выкобеливался бы, 5 мешков, это мы бы уже бы 4 притащили. Один мешок остался, и пиздец. Но он, видите ли, блин, охуевших кровей.
See it again. It was their own fault. What do you mean? They attacked themselves? What the fuck are you trying to say? Everyone knows it's dangerous around Trotsky. Making camp in such an unprotected place is suicide. Where else were they supposed to make camp, smart-ass? Somewhere in the rocks, maybe. Not out in the open by the pond. Only a fool would do that.
But calm down, both of you.
I'm perfectly calm. It's your chum here who's ranting and raving.
Pack it in, Henry. There's no point in arguing with this yokel. He fancies himself as a military strategist.
I don't believe a word you're saying. A weed like you surviving a fight against bandits even von Berghoff himself has trouble with?
Believe what you like, but I'm telling the truth. And in fact, I'm willing to overlook all your insults if you apologize right now. And invite me to that wedding.
Oh, you want to come to the wedding, do you? Huh. I'll give you a piece of advice, pal. If you can make yourself useful for the blacksmith or the miller, you'll get to the wedding. You'll see the glorious occasion, at least from a distance. And you can stop spouting your pathetic lies.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein, and I demand your immediate apology.
I am Sir Hans Capon, Lord of Perkstein. Sir
Если бы
Hans
его разобьет, то
Capon,
упаду, блядь, садом. Ходит фризует пан, блядь, пану.
You're starting to bore me, you and your silly made-up name.
No apology, then. It looks like I'm going to have to teach you a lesson.
Oh, I'm so scared.
That's enough. Cut it out, both of you.
Mind your own business. Take your ragamuffin friend and get the fuck out of our village.
I give you a chance to apologize, and you keep insulting me. Get ready to pick up your broken teeth with broken fingers.
Oh, I'd like to see that. Come on, then.
You scum!
Да. Как баба. А, нет. Двинул.
Nice strike.
Да подождите вы, я, блядь. Чего вы только мне насыпаете, того бейте. Ну, одному вроде нахлопал там в голову.
What the hell is going on here? Grab them vagabonds.
Охуел, солдату в голову ударил. Придурок.
Bastards! This will cost you dearly.
Keep your mouth shut and don't make it worse.
What?
You behave like a spoilt brat.
How dare you speak...
You know, if you just shut up and don't...
craft and work, we'd have coin by now and be on our way to the castle, but no. Not his lordship.
You've got a nerve. If you hadn't have played the hero, we'd have been there long since and I wouldn't have had to get you out of that mess.
Oh, yeah, because this isn't a mess, is it?
Fuck off!
Shut up! Or you'll get a whipping too.
Я думаю, они на
Who do you
гильотине.
think you are?
I'm the only one of us with any sense. I'm not the one who acts like a spoiled child.
Spoiled child? You're in danger of crossing the line, Henry. Better keep your mouth shut. I shouldn't have brought you along.
Well, that's something we can agree on. I could have been sitting in the mill instead of rotting in these stocks.
And whose fault is that?
What? Who started quarrelling with the locals in their tavern? You should have listened to me and calmed down.
And let him insult me? Fat chance. If it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't have even been in that tavern. We've been in the shit right from the start because you had to play at being the knight in shining underwear, saving damsels in distress.
I don't believe it. You're trying to put the blame on me? Just like that?
Who else is to blame? You're just a simple peasant who has no idea how the world works.
And you're a spoiled brat who can't even hear himself.
What the fuck did you say? I've had it up to here with you. With you and your pontificating. You were supposed to make sure nothing went wrong. And how did that turn out? It was me who had to save your life. You're fucking useless. You couldn't even keep an eye on your own mutt.
Oh, that's enough. This isn't getting us anywhere. I understand you're downcast after all that happened to us. And I understand you need to take it out on someone. I can take it. But we shouldn't forget we have a job to do. And do it we must. Together.
That's exactly what I'm doubting. Everything goes to shit when you're by my side.
You don't really mean that. Calm down.
I'm perfectly calm. That's it. My life went to shit from the first moment I met you. And I've only just realised it. You're like a ball and chain. And I'd have bagged that wild boar too if it weren't for you.
Well...
And none of the rest would have happened. I wouldn't have been showered in shit.
Oh, come on, Capon.
Don't you cape on me. Not another word. I have to consider what to do next.
А почему, когда они сейчас тут тележили, в них перестали бросаться? Нихуя, не раз он, блядь, ночь простояли. Не пристроится он там сзади к одному. Вот этого пана, конечно, мог бы откатать.
If I catch you again, I'm gonna skin you both alive.
Isn't that?
Otto!
Hey! Go!
Oh, shit. Right, where were we? Go on, get out of my sight.
What are we going to do?
You can do as you like. You can go and carry sacks or dig latrines. I'll look after myself. I'll go and see Lord von Berghoff at the wedding. I bid you farewell.
Поссорились.
Alright. Yeah. If I were in your shoes, I'd be glad to be rid of the good for nothing, eh? Yeah. Alright, off you go.
Реально, блядь, нахуй он тебе надо? Бросил бы его через хуй. Помылся, пошел бы он девку эту посмотрю искать. Медальку получили.
I suppose I really do need to find some job. I'll find mutt without you, you stuck-up lord of Perkstein.
Hey, you!
Put some clothes on, you scoundrel.
Henry?
А, вот девчонка это, да?
Are you going to just stand?
What do you want from me?
I don't want anything from you. I should actually be thanking you.
Uh-huh. For what?
I've been begging for alms here for days, but I didn't make any real coin till today. And that's thanks to you. The scene you made brought out nearly all of Troskowitz.
You're welcome. At least it was good for something.
Oh well, not many people can make such a strong first impression. But look on the bright side.
Hmm?
Now things can only get better.
Yes, you're probably right. It doesn't get much worse than that. Unless somebody tries to kill me. Again.
You're still alive in one piece. It's a new day. And the sun is shining. Like Tomcat always says, bruises build character.
Hey, you. What's your name, anyway? What do you do?
I'm Bara. Just Bara.
Looks like you know your way around here pretty good. You're from here, right?
I ain't. I'm just passing through.
Where are you headed? If you're only passing through here.
For work. To the city. I'm tired of serving landholders. They all promise the moon, but then you're eating stale bread, cold porridge, and a nary a groschen in sight. With the city folk, it's bound to be better.
You're something like a wanderer.
Nah, I usually find work with someone, stay for a while, and once I save a bit, I move on.
Then why are you begging here?
Sometimes I collect herbs for the apothecary, or help in the tavern. But I'd like to go somewhere else, so I'm scraping up whatever I can. But on the whole, you could say I'm a traveller, or a nomad. But don't say it too loud, the locals don't take kindly to them.
Why?
Because they're different, and it scares people. They travel from place to place and take their home with them.
Дальнобойщиками
Like to
катаются.
see what their
Вот так.
homes look like.
You can go and see them, just don't stare too long.
Why exactly are you helping me?
Why? Why? Because you look like you need it. I've been in the ship plenty of times, and I know how appreciated a helping hand is in times like that.
You said you were going to a city. You mean like to Prague? Or somewhere further?
I'd like to go to Prague, but I don't know anybody there. In Kuttenberg, at least I have a cousin.
Aha. So you're going to visit her?
Well, she doesn't know it yet. But I won't be troubling her long, just until I find a way to make a living.
What do you want to do in the city?
I'll find something. I'm not afraid of work. I'm not half-witted. Maybe someone could use a cook or a servant.
Don't get your hopes up. The city can be a pretty dangerous place for a girl on her own.
You mean they don't hand out groschen by the bucketful? And the streets aren't full of roasted stuffed geese? I appreciate your concern, but I have to get to the city first. That's going to take me a long while yet.
Do you know anything more about Tomcat?
They say he's a master swordsman, but a real joker too. He loves showing off to girls.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
No offence, but compared to him, you're a bit of a lightweight.
I don't want to pull wagons, but if he can handle a weapon, I'd be happy to train a little with him.
Well, one of the guards tried to take him on and came back whipped like a dog, moaning like he'd been broken in two.
Well, sure. If he's that strong, I'm not surprised.
More like some trick he's got that our watch doesn't know. Or at least that's what the poor man said.
Иди-ка.
Where might I run into Tomcat?
In the camp by the tower. That is, by Rock Tower Pond. He watches the camp for the nomads.
Should I watch out for them?
No, I don't think so. They mind their own business, but strangers usually mean trouble for them, so they're careful. Try not to stare too hard and hold your tongue, otherwise Tomcat will show you some of his other skills.
How does he show off for the girls?
With his muscles. He ricks logs with his hands. He even let himself be run over by a loaded hay wagon. Crazy. But to be fair to him, he sometimes helps people. Stanislav's sheep fell into a pit one time.
And Tomcat pulled it out?
And, not just that, he crawled down to get it. And when he found the poor thing had a broken leg, he carried it on his back all the way home.
Do you think Tomcat might teach me a few of his tricks?
You didn't listen to me. You can take him on, but I think you'll get trounced.
Are you certain?
Believe me, Tomcat knows some trick. Clubbers everyone like little boys.
Ладно, все понятно с тобой.
I'm practically naked. Nobody's going to want to even talk to me like this.
At least you're not walking around bare-assed. Although that might not be a sorry sight.
Ah, very funny. I'd rather you tell me where I might get some clothes.
And what do you have in mind? Brocade and satin, a monk's robe, or perhaps Sir Brunswick's armour?
Ух ты.
I could use some armour. Proper, like, for a night. And no rusty junk.
And you are like a knight?
Well, yeah. I don't look so good. But I swear I came here in armour, sword at my side, and on a horse.
Wow. And where is your armour, sword, and horse now?
That's a long story. and it's not a happy tale.
Well, you can hardly buy new armor now, but you might find something in the town hall armory, although you'll need quick hands.
Thanks. These'll come in handy.
Just don't get yourself caught again.
Бля, тут час можно общаться.
I have no money. I might as well beg on the village green like you.
The hell you will. This is my turf. Here you go. I'll skip supper. It's partly your doing anyway.
Wow. I mean, thank you.
Альфонс какой-то.
Yeah, don't start crying. You'd better find some work quick.
Damn. I could use a horse. It'll take years to get to Semin on foot.
Don't exaggerate. This province is small.
Still, it'll be faster with a horse.
There's a stud farm in Semin, renowned far and wide.
And which way is Semin?
Southwest from here, not too far. There's a road goes right there from the green. Just go down the hill. Once you see the walled farmhouse, you're there. Though I'll be a queen before you can afford a horse from Semin.
Do you know where I might find accommodation?
Betty in the tavern lets people sleep in the hay.
Стейси намного от нее хочу.
I'm not going near that tavern. I'd catch hell again. Got any other ideas?
If you find some work, maybe you'll get a place to sleep too.
My main concern is getting to that wedding in Semin. Do you know anything about that celebration?
Well, yeah. People are talking of nothing else. The Lord's son is getting married to the sister of that lout he was fighting with.
How much time do you think I have? Have the preparations already begun?
From what I hear, the bride's dress still ain't finished, and blacksmith Radovan still ain't started smithing the gift for the groom. So, no rush.
Hopefully by then I'll find a way to sneak in. I really need something to wear.
I can see that. Save up for something or use those lockpicks. Either way, I can't help you anymore.
Oh well. It was nice to meet you, but I should probably get going.
Короче, либо воровать, либо купить.
Don't worry, you'll manage. Till we meet again.
Ебать, я ожиданий набрал. Так, ну, наверное, ребят, с заданиями все понятно. Одеться, наесться, найти где поспать, лошадь и т.д. и т.п. И потом попасть на свадьбу. Ну, это все про потом. На сегодня мы наш стримчик заканчиваем. С вами проходил игрушку Дмитрий, YouTube-канал Геймер Бренд 2RF. Довольно мы сегодня много почитали. Мы читались прям на славу. Подписывайтесь на наш канал, если вы еще не подписаны, прижимайте на колокольчик, чтобы быть в курсе о предстоящих стримчиках. Я буду стараться почаще эту игрушечку стримить, будем стараться ее пройти. Вот. Ну и, конечно, подписочка в поддержку стрима, в поддержку канала. Для вас это не сложно, не займет много времени, а для меня и моего канала это очень важно. Ну что, всем доброй ночи, до скорых встреч, до скорых стримов. Пока-пока.